Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we're going to be taking a look at the stacks charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we'll cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the different possibilities. And towards the end of the video, I will cover the overall macro structure of the altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who love trading and absolutely love giveaways, I like to give back to my trading affiliates. So on a monthly basis, I do giveaways in my free community Discord server that you can find a link to in the description below this video. And all you have to do to be entered for my giveaways is simply join the free Discord server, sign up to the Blowfin exchange right here with the link in the video description down below this video as well. Deposit funds into your futures account and start trading. It is as simple as that. And at the end of each month, I simply go ahead and I pick 1 to 3 winners out of my affiliates who trade on a regular basis. For the month of May, the giveaway that I've got going on is a $500 USDT giveaway. So that is something to keep in mind if you are a trader and you love giveaways. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart for stacks. All right. So as you guys can clearly see right now, all right, with this recent Bitcoin drop that we had, a lot of altcoins really took a tumble. I mean, we are talking a gigantic tumble here, okay? As you guys can clearly see, obviously every single time that Bitcoin decides to take a nasty dump, every time Bitcoin decides to take a nasty dump, altcoins decide to take a nasty dump too, and the whole altcoin market drops as well. All right, now let me go ahead and get my levels here going here real quick. So as you guys can clearly see, stacks ended up dropping as well. All right, and as far as how far down we could end up, ooh, that's pretty strong support right down there. We've got strong support right there. As far as how far down Stacks is going to end up going, Stacks is one of those blockchains. It's one of those projects that it's strong as hell. All right, it's strong as hell. It's got all kinds of momentum. It's got all kinds of good people backed behind it. It's just one of those really kick-ass large cap projects. Okay, so realistically, in the grand scheme of things, I do not personally see people dumping Stacks like they do with small cap coins. I mean, with small cap coins, people get scared and they freak out and they just dump their shit immediately. All right. With stuff like Stacks, you know, they've got some die-hard followers and some die-hard investors. I do not expect a coin like this to be dropping extremely far. Okay. Now, I do have some levels here that could end up happening as far as a bearish scenario is concerned. If Bitcoin ends up deciding to drop all the way down, if Bitcoin ends up deciding to drop, you know, for instance, usually in Bitcoin drops, we end up dropping 3 different times. And during this whole trend, that downtrend that we've been having, each time Bitcoin has dropped, we have dropped about 17.5 to 18%. The first one was 17.6%. The second one was 18%, and the third one we are starting now. And if the third one ends up going to 17 or 18%, we could end up in the middle of this fair value gap down here that needs to be filled. All right, so if that does end up happening, keep in mind, if that does end up happening, we could expect to see Stacks dropping all the way down to these levels right down in here, all right, which is right around between somewhere around 143 to 124. Now, if momentum stays strong in Stacks, it may not end up dropping that far. We may only end up dropping to this lower support level here of $2.03, okay, which would be a very good thing, all right? Now, one key thing that we want to look out for here is we want to look for, obviously, we want to make sure, or we want to look for, you know, price to breach downtrends, all right? Now, the key thing to look here for a bullish scenario is once we do end up dropping to a very bottom at some point, we want to look for a bounce, and we want that bounce to be strong enough and have enough momentum to be able to break over into this territory here of not being in a technical downtrend anymore, all right? And if we can gain enough momentum to be out of there, then we can start making our way all the way back up past these resistance zones and create new highs for the year. All right. So As far as the overall macro structure for the altcoin market is concerned, altcoins have been, they've been losing value. Obviously, you can clearly see that, but we have got all kinds of support right down in this range right here. Literally, we've got all kinds of support right down in this little range down here between, let's see here, 595 and 615 billion dollars, all right, which is a very, very good thing. If we can hold this level, that would be fantastic. But if Bitcoin decides to drop even more, unfortunately, I could see us end up dropping to these levels down here of $560 billion, all right? And if that one doesn't hold, we will probably end up dropping to these lower levels here of $533 billion, all right? Or somewhere within this range, all right? Now, the key thing to keep track of here is obviously we want to be able to hold these levels, all right? If we can hold these levels, then we will be looking pretty darn good for when we do finally end up having a reversal and money starts coming in more frequently and we can start skyrocketing, all right? So key thing to look out for here, you guys, is keep an eye on these levels and keep an eye on the overall price action. Do not make hasty decisions based solely on your emotions and you will be good, all right? Now, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button below this video, and leave me a comment below on your thoughts on where you personally think the price is going to go with stacks. And with that said, you guys, for those of you who watched this entire video, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all in my future videos.